Next community conversation, we are joined by Raymond Klein Jr., Executive Director of Love Inc. Hey, Steve.
All right, Dryden, thank you. Appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Obviously, this is something near and dear to your heart when you've been at it for almost 20 years. What is Love Inc.?
Love Inc. is a Christian ministry. It's called Love in the Name of Christ. We are Christian. Probably the first question we get is, do we help people that are not Christian? Because we serve the churches. We take anybody to help them with their needs. So that's pretty much what we do. When someone approaches a church and asks for help now, the churches in Charlottesville, Albemarle will tell them you have to call Love Inc. first. And we do a vetting. We want to intake, we want to understand their level of need, what it is that they really need, not necessarily want.
Sure.
And so we help the churches by giving them the ability to practice their Christian faith by serving and helping the neighbors in need, we call them.
And it's important to connect people, like you said, with what they need, not just kind of random items or services.
There's that, and since we've been around since 1991 here, we know the resources, we know where the resources are, whether they be a church or whether they be a social agency, whatever. So we know where to refer people to.
Take us through some of the methods you guys use in terms of determining who needs help and then how you go about providing that help.
Oh yeah, well, we do the intake. That gives us their backstory. That way we can understand why they're in the situation they're in. If they're asking for help, what put them there? If it's self-inflicted, that's one thing, but if it's something that's beyond their control, then we're going to go out of our way and probably even go to the churches and ask them for help. So that's mainly the way that we work.
Because in so many cases, people are doing what they need to do and what they're supposed to do, and it's still not enough.
Yeah, but there's also a difference between want and need.
Sure.
And we help them blur that line. We need to focus in on what is the true need, not necessarily the want, but what is the true need. And then we want to assist them in that need, especially those that have circumstances beyond their control that strike them. We would go out of our way to advocate to the church to help.
And what do you find is your greatest need?
Right now, furniture is one of our biggest needs in so far as material things. But we're limited in what we can do there because of state laws relating to bed bugs. But our real heavy need is for volunteers. When COVID hit, we lost our volunteers, just like churches, everybody got shut in. And so we need to get the volunteers back. They're now starting to come back, but what happened when they left was that the people on the other side that were receiving the help didn't get the help because the volunteers were gone. Now we're reaching out, trying to find the people to say, hey, start calling us again. We do all kind of things, like we help clean up houses, we clean yards, we paint, we do ramps, all the kind of home repair and things we can help with. But unless the folks call us and let us know they need it, we're sort of stuck right now.
Always great to hear about neighbors helping neighbors. Appreciate you coming in today. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Dryden?